Yeah, man.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on.
Yeah, man. 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 It's that way today. Yeah, man.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, people, listen. Let me have manners. Let me put my happiness to the side for 1 second, for a little 2 minutes while we introduce the panel. Then we're gonna, you know what I mean? Hey, actually, say, my boy, you good? Actually, I don't even need to ask you, man. I can see
I'm on
gas right now. You got a fresh trim. Yeah, he's got a fresh trim. He's gassed. Like we just that way,
ready for Christmas and that.
You're nice.
Yeah.
I got a fresh trim as well. I got a skin fade.
Nah, it's dark for me. I'm gonna keep the hat on this stream. Hat on for the stream.
Christmas, we're top semi-final. It's a good. Hey, I feel like it's gonna be a good. You know when they say start the year as you mean to go on. Like I'm feeling a good year, man. But introduce.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, we got a friend of the show. You already know, man. We got Don C in the building, my boy. Long time no see. We saying, my boy, you good?
Yeah, bro, I'm happy, blood. I'm living on cloud 9. Literally living on cloud 9 right now. You ain't gonna hear nothing negative from me. Maybe if you do, it's just a little smidge. But you know what? I'm a happy Arsenal fan right now. This show shouldn't be called Domestics no more. It should be called We Went to Therapy. We're good.
Hey, what? We're good now, yeah? Unity thing,
blood. Let's do this.
Hey, that way, man. Big up Don C every single time, man. Hey, listen, people, make sure we have manners as well. Everyone's links are in the description, so make sure we go sub to them, man. Show them some love, you get me? But yeah, man. Hey, we got another friend of the show. Long time no see. You know what I'm saying? Dayo, we saying, my boy? How are you, man?
Dude, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. This is what football is about. It's not about rolling over teams and getting 7-0. We played enough to win this game in 90 minutes, but those penalties were quality.
Oh, well, hey, Dayo, we're gonna get to talk. We're gonna talk.
Wait,
man.
you do. Ooh, I was like, yes. I was like,
man. We're gonna talk,
yeah,
man.
But I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me back. I know I still owe you an upgrade on the intro. See, viewers, the intro has not been upgraded.
Hey, wait, hold on, Dayo. 1 second, hold on. Say that. Just say that again. 1 second. Hold on.
I owe you an upgrade on the intro of the video. I know I owe you an upgrade. I know it is my fault. For everybody, I'm on full screen. I'm the one that has not delivered it. So please forgive me. It will be done over this holiday. You'll have one for the New Year. You'll have one for the New Year's.
Come on, man. So when you're seeing Isaac banging in for Newcastle, everyone just blame Dayo, innit? It's Dayo's fault.
All right, say no more.
Yeah,
say no more.
Hey, big up Dayo, man. Proper people, man. Proper people, man. Big him up every single time. And we got someone else, return to the show. We got Gunner Street. My boy, we say, man, how are you, man?
Bro, happy for the call up. And finally, bro, back here again after a win, bro. The first time up here was a different kind of feeling, different kind of, different kind of vibe. But, bro, happy. A lot to get into. People call me overly positive, so we'll see how the man them are feeling. But I am over the moon today, bro. Just
come on, man.
Semifinals, how could we go wrong?
That way, man.
We got more people forward in as well. We just had to run.
We got some more people. Yeah, trust me. But listen, make sure, like I said, we got manners. There's no reason anyone watching domestics right now. There's no reason why the chat and the likes shouldn't be leveled out because everyone's in a good mood right now. So let's make sure we're running up them likes, please, from early. Yeah, let's have some manners. You get what I'm saying to you? But first thing I just want to say is Arsenal's on fire. Na, 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 Arsenal's on fire. Na, 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 na. Hey, listen. I swear to you, people, listen, man. I swear to you. Hey. I swear to you, yeah, people, man. I'm in such a good mood. Listen, that was yes, we all can agree that game should have been won in 90 minutes, yeah. We all can see, we got eyes. We should know that like their keeper had a blinder.
Listen, we don't care about that.
Listen, but I'm saying to you, we got the job done. It doesn't matter. I don't want to hear no one complaining about, we should have won in 90 minutes, or this, that. We got the job done. That's it. We got it done.
Listen, if we would have lost, I had a list. Yeah, I had the list. I was ready. Do you get what I'm saying? But bro, it's just one of those games. And even in the game, yeah, we were the better team. That first half, it was night and day. We were the better team. I feel like that was their whole game plan to just go it. Make sure you do not go into the second half with a goal down. That was it. They were just setting up shop. All right, try and break us down. And then that second half, bro, you see Wharton. I feel sorry for him, man. That's the only one I feel sorry for on that team because that guy is something like, man, have to give him his props. He is something special. Like, he is a different level, bro. Yeah. His passing, his selection of passing, when to hold up the ball, when to get it off. Like, bro, he is a different kettle of fish. So for me, yeah, man.
The goalie today, that goalkeeper, I don't know who he is. I don't know where they brought him from. I don't know what Gatorade he drank this morning before going there to play, or what Lucozade or whatever it is, what power drink, what Red Bull, whatever the heck he drank, he was on one. But one thing I say about cup tournaments is just get the job done. It's not the league. In the league, you have 90 minutes to get the job done, an extra time. In a cup tournament like this, where there's penalties, you train for those penalties too. These are some of those games because it's a one-off game. It's a one-off game.
Hey, Boston. Sorry,
yeah. Did you not see that?
Yeah, did man see that?
That was going to be my question. Because I was
thinking
about Spain. So what's that?
Bro, this is to take your team into the semi-final, bro. Like, he literally done a little step and was just like, I don't really want to celebrate.
And then after the game, you see man chatting to Saka.
Yeah, I know.
The Wakey, he's chatting to Skelly. Like, these are the man them that man's going on England duty with. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rice, Bridges with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm not trying to like.
Let's not stop the rumors.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Hey,
big up Lee, man. Big up Lee, man. Love for forward, man. Trust me, man. Hey, Lee, you're not concentrating, man.
You're muted.
Hey, I did this last week again. Hey, listen, man. Bro, them penalties had man sweating, bro. It's crazy,
bro.
Yeah.
Hey, go on. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say to this point that you just put up, bro. This is what I've been saying about Norgard, bro. Norgard is a good player.
No,
I'm not saying he was a mad thing, but bro, he's good. Like, he needs to get more game time, bro.
No, he's decent, but you know what he struggles with? Them quick part, like what Wharton gets the ball before he even gets the ball. He already not. Yeah, no, but I'm just saying it's just levels that he knows where he's gonna pass the ball before it even comes to him.
But Norgard is more defensively secure with the ball in that role in the six. He's more of a six that would win the ball off you and just make the easy pass. He's not the guy like Zubimendi who's seen two passes away, gets the ball, turns, and then Norgard is the guy that arrives on time. Today he was very tidy. He was very tidy today. Forget it. In front of that back four, he was super tidy. There were balls that he was winning, and I was like, you know what, good enough. Like, do your job. Like, there's different types of sixes, so I wouldn't even compare him to like the to the Zubimendi's or the but yeah, for his own job, what he did today, cleaned up, passed the ball quick, and you had someone like Eze. He was giving the ball back to Eze. So Eze is the creator. Get the ball in the middle there. Do something, Eze. It's up to you now. I've won the ball back, and I'm giving it to you. So yeah, he did his job, man.
You got players in the team that carry water, and you got players that drink, like, you know what I'm saying, people that use the water. Norgard is a water carrier. Just give the water to the people that can do their thing with it, and then, do you know what I'm saying, that's his job, bro, and he done it, man.
He covered the defense very well today, and but this is why I said when people say, let him have more game time, we need him in games like this, because again, you need Zubimendi to rest, you need players to rest. You can't just consistently change your squad in the Premier League, which is your bread and butter weekly. We can't just like this week play Norgard, next week play Zubimendi. There'll be an imbalance in the team. When you have a solid 11 that is looking good, keep them in the league, let them do their run. If they have injuries, bring Norgard in. But in this cup tournament, the one-offs, go in there, solidify your defense, your midfield, get the job done, and move on.
That Calafiori. Wait, that Calafiori and Saliba partnership though.
Bro, that's actually that, bro. I'm telling you, you see Calafiori, bro. We got a special player there, bro. Actually, him in that centre back thing,
bro.
He's crazy, bro. Like, I'll be real.
So what are you guys thinking? Sorry, my fault, bro.
No, go on.
No, my thing was when you said Calafiori, you saw Nkapia step in and has been playing well. Also playing at centre back. We got also play left back too. Lewis Skelly for me today. I thought Lewis Skelly was brilliant today, especially in the first half.
Brilliant.
Martinelli link up.
He was a little shaky.
I wouldn't say brilliant.
I thought going forward he had some good
moments. He was good going forward. He was good going forward, but
really
he still needs to get that out of his game where every time he gets the ball, it's I'm gonna do this, hold up thing. Like, bro, sometimes you just lay it off. Just lay it off.
Just give the ball, open up your body and pass immediately. You don't have to hold the ball, try and turn on players. And they started doubling on him. And that's where
because they noticed it. They noticed it.
I feel like specifically with Lewis Skelly, I feel like we've even seen so far this season Calafiori and Trossard play well as a tandem on the wing. Same thing with Miles, Lewis Skelly and Martinelli. When they play together, those tandems play well, and especially when they play together, especially in the game. That first half we were brilliant. So I think going forward, I mean, Lewis Skelly is still young, like you said. We have options to play left back and left centre back. But Lewis Skelly, again, for me, put his name in the hat to get more minutes. Same thing with Norgard, to be honest. I thought he was.
I don't think today was enough. I'll be so real. That today was the game where I felt like
more minutes for me for players should be, if the main guy is not playing very well, if he's not performing, then I'll bring you in. But if the person ahead of you is performing, there's no point. Unless I want to rest them. If they need rest, then I can rotate. If they play 3-4 games, and look at the week. We're playing 3 games in 7 or 8 days. So definitely there will be many rotations come the end of the year.
Hey, who I got to big up again? Martinelli looked like Vinicius. And obviously it's nowhere, but bro,
you remember he was Brazilian
hooking. I don't know who that right back is, and you know me, I am not Martinelli's biggest fan. Even when he was starting today, I'm going, why are you starting him like, bro? For me,
that's crazy, bro.
Pardon? No. You know what? Listen, man.
I know. But bro, I don't want to hear that. Bro.
You know what I'm saying today,
bro. I swear, catch when you said that. Yeah, I swear that, bro. My head started pulsating, bro. It's hurting, bro. Bro, I swear that.
Listen.
You see when you get a proper migraine, yeah, like you feel it from behind your eyes, bro.
I'm just saying today's game, bro. Today's game, bro. If you like. Just looked and didn't know who it was. You know what I'm saying? Today, bro, he was excellent. He was getting at his man. He created
a lot of chances where he even put the ball, like he would cross the ball at a particular player. He literally would. Martinelli was looking up. Martinelli was looking up. Did you notice that for the first time in a long time in his game, Martinelli would get the ball every time he wanted to run in. He wasn't. Do you know how he runs like this? He wasn't.
He had his head up. He had his head up.
He had his head up. And I was like, okay. I was like, what is going on? Like today, I was just like, okay, why is your head up? Maybe you've been working on it. Hopefully, you can keep this up. He had his head up. He picked out one pass to Gabriel Jesus across.
Jesus. No,
he saw Jesus running in, and he dropped the ball directly to his head.
No, but Martinelli's crossing
hold on.
To be fair, like you say, just has to get his head up.
Yeah, keep your head up on time. That's the problem he had.
Dayo, don't you remember the season where we were balling out when Martinelli was on the left and Jesus was up front?
Yeah,
bro, we used to trash Martinelli for when you got to cut in and you actually use your footballing brain, he falls asleep. He can't use it. But today it's like, bro, soon as Jesus is up front, it's like he just I don't know what it is. Maybe it
might not be the Jesus.
Because he looked like a different player today. Like he didn't. Like,
do you know why? Yeah, because you see Jesus, and I know Gyökeres likes to drift as well to the left, but for Jesus, it's more natural. He's more of a creator. He can link play.
But Jesus was only drifting second half. First half, it was Martinelli.
Yeah. I know, but I'm saying that you can see that they've got a good relationship. They can link each other. You get what I'm saying?
You man. We don't understand this. Look at the ball players that we had on the field. This is what I'm saying. All of them were ball playing, attacking players. We had Eze 1-2 with Nelly. We had Jesus 1-2 with Nelly as well. You know what I'm saying? We had Jesus and Madueke 1-2, and Eze and Madueke 1-2. All ball playing players. This is why it looks so good. Do you know what? For me, it was sexy football. And do you know what? Finally, it seemed like we had our Arsenal back. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on. I just want to talk on that because obviously, like Catch has been saying that. Like obviously we've been a bit robotic this season. You ain't really been happy with the free flowing football and that, yeah. What do you man think about like what was the biggest difference today?
I think there's a lot of differences
Hey, why are you smiling? Why are you smiling? Hey, why are you smiling? Hey, Cash, why are you smiling?
Because I know what you're alluding to, bro. Listen, bro. Okay, bro. Look how many times Jesus was getting found today. Look how many people was the players trust him.
They trust him with the
football, bro. Look how many chances Jesus had today. He could have had a hat trick. Let's have it right. He could have had a hat trick.
Catch, you see here's the thing. When you play a player like Gabriel Jesus and you have a Martinelli, look at how both of them play. Martinelli is also an inside left player, right? He likes to come. Martinelli, if you play Martinelli as an inside left striker, he'll thrive. That's what he originally started playing as before we brought him in, right? And made him an out and out winger. Jesus knows how to go to that left as well and drift. So both of them can always crisscross themselves, which is why they work very well. The problem with Gyökeres drifts to the left and stays there with Martinelli. And Martinelli is like, sorry.
You see the problem is that we've got and I think this is a big top talking point that we need to kind of go into in a bit more detail. Is you look at the three strikers we've got. Listen, I'm a huge Havertz fan in it, so obviously people don't know I'm a huge Havertz fan. But you look at the three strikers we've got. You've got a player in Gyökeres who's been here since August. He hasn't had any real 90 minutes. Jesus pretty much had 90 minutes, and this is his first time having 90 minutes. He's had a 90 minutes quicker than Gyökeres has. That's crazy to me. You then think about the chance creation, yeah? You don't think, we'll get back to that. You don't think about the chance creation. I'm looking at a guy in Jesus who gets chances, but I know it's all good that we get chances, but we don't score them. He don't score them. And then
today was different though, because their goalkeeper was on one. Let's be honest about it. That goalkeeper will never have this type of thing.
Let me tell you straight up. Yeah, let me tell you
where he saves this amount of goals.
Hold on, let me stop you there. I always got told from young, bro, it's never about the keeper when it's going down to strikers. It's always about the finisher. You need to make sure the keeper don't save that goal. And there are different variations of a finish. There are some times where a man is just on site, bro.
So you don't. So hold on, you don't agree that the goalkeeper was on fire?
Yeah, no. I hear what you're saying. You're missing my point, bro. You're conflating two different points. I'm saying to you, I hear what you're saying. Yes, the keeper was on a madness, but I'm also saying that we have seen this same very thing from Jesus, where the keeper is always on a madness when it comes to Jesus, and he gets into these positions. I don't know if you remember. Let me tell you the perfect point I'm trying to make. The ball went over the top second half. Jesus, he flashed it over the bar. Yeah, I think the ball got played over the top. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? You even got to score, but get it on target. The ball went wayward. And my point is that when you've got a proper elite finisher, you got a proper elite striker, these things don't happen. You get one of the 6, you get one of the 5 goals in, so you can't keep putting it down to a goalkeeper. You get me? Like,
you're right in what you're saying, yeah. But then obviously you also have to understand, yeah, who is that guy that is gonna just be that clinical 9? Bro. So like if you're gonna have that 9, like we've got a 9 that bags goals, yeah. Now you're gonna have to compromise everyone else's game to play just for him. Do you get what I'm saying to you? And is Gyökeres good enough to do that? Haaland is. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Haaland is, but
that's my talking point though, bro. My talking point is that we've got a real conundrum, because it's almost like Havertz is the best mix or blend between all of the strikers we've got, but he still isn't a gunman. I love Havertz, but he's not a gunman. He's got the stature, pulls. He's got so many attributes about him that make him a top striker. But when it comes to the finishing, he's pretty much as bad as Jesus, you could say. And then you've got Gyökeres, who basically just comes on and does action man, in theory. So, and then you've got Jesus, who gets bare chances, but it's almost like the keepers keepers are having a laugh. Because they know
I feel like you got to give him a little bit more time though, because he's been out for a long time.
To my luck, I'm gonna let everyone know. I don't want to feel like I'm slandering Jesus, because I propped him for playing 90 minutes, getting the chances. But I'm just trying to say, when I and everyone shout out to the chat as well. Make sure you smash the like and that. My thing is, I'm just talking because, bro, we got to think about as a panel, right now. We got to start thinking about where we're an elite club trying to win the elite trophy. So we have to criticize like an elite club will. You get me? So I'm not here slandering my players. I'm trying to talk as an elite person.
This is what I'm on.
I hear it.
It's fair criticism. That's all it is.
I think it's down to Arsenal caught in 2 stages right now. We're going through a phase where we've been so much focused on playing without an out-and-out striker, gunman 9. I know certain guys like Jesus and guys are still thriving, like a Havertz, like a Jesus. We're going to have to work through with Gyökeres. Again, a lot of it falls on Gyökeres to improve. But I think that is a big conversation to have because for me, I think the best fit at the club personally is Jesus. When he's hot, he can buy goals. We've seen it. Last season, even in that little run of form before his second ACL, he was bagging goals. The 5 again in Palace and in a week. He was bagging goals. Havertz, we know, top scorer for the last 2 seasons. Last season, you call it top scorer, but we weren't scoring a lot of goals overall. But he scored the goals for us. I think with Gyökeres can come good, but it's going to take a while for it to adapt because last season we saw a lot of good performances. This season we're seeing a lot of top wing performances. I thought Saka has had a lot of good performances this season. I thought Trossard has been outstanding as one of our best attackers this season. Madueke in flashes has been brilliant as well. We're seeing wing play really starting to flourish at the club. And the more and more that flourishes, the more and more we'll see Gyökeres. Even if we take it back to Everton, Saka's picking up spaces on the left-hand side, cutbacks to find Gyökeres. We're working on it in training. So I think Gyökeres over time will get there.
Gyökeres will get there because even Thierry Henry said something, right? Thierry Henry said when he joined Arsenal, he said Arsene Wenger had to tell him, make yourself available for all the other players and you'll come good. The first 9 games, we all know this. Henry didn't score in his first 9 games for Arsenal. A lot of Arsenal fans. And I'm not comparing them. I'm not comparing them. What I'm saying is
it's like 15 games though.
Hear what I'm saying. No, but here I'm not comparing the games and the skill set and the quality of the player. No, I'm saying the advice that he needs to make himself available for other players to come good for him. Literally saying that don't play your game and expect them to pass the ball to you. You go play their game with them. Get used to how they play in the next few games. Maybe in some run of games like this, and then once they know how you run, they start to feed you more.
I think
I'm just talking about the advice side of things. I'm not comparing player skill set, but if you have to also look at what we have going for us, let's be honest about it. Right now, we're the 2nd highest scoring team in the league. Right now in the league, we talk about these goals like we're not scoring at all. But the 2nd highest scoring team in the league with the least goals conceded, 2 points ahead on the table, right? Like if you look at the metrics on all fronts, we're literally top 3 in all the good metrics. So when people say, oh yeah, well, Gyökeres is not scoring, I agree. He's going to come good as a striker because we know he can score. We know what he can do. I just feel like my advice to, if I had to give any advice to Arsenal backroom staff, I'm like, you can't change your whole style overnight because now you have a gunman 9. We will break down the season. You can't just change your whole entire play system because now you have Gyökeres. What you're asking the other 10 players to do is to play for Gyökeres. That means that Calafiori, you can't burst into the middle like you normally do so that you don't occupy the same space with Gyökeres. That means Calafiori must stay left back, or overlap. Ben White, you can't do this. Like you would change so many things. Gyökeres would have to find a way to play for the other guys for the next few games till he blends enough and they realize, okay, well, hey, we know you can make this run every now and then. And boom, because again, not everybody is a Haaland. Haaland is a unique player. Like you can't have.
Dayo. I think it's a lot deeper than that, mate. Gyökeres, his touch is very baggy. Yeah,
that's why
bullied by defenders. Look, right, he's supposed to be, let's say, a gym merchant, a big guy. But he gets thrown on the floor so easy. He doesn't win the headers. You get what I'm saying? The shots are over the bar. He's supposed to be a gunman, blood.
He's come from a league where he bullied them to a league where he can be bullied. He's going to need to. You remember Havertz joined us, and what did we say about Havertz first half of the season? We all dogged Havertz. I remember when everybody was dogging
Havertz is not a striker. Hold on.
I agree.
This is a striker that won the best striker in
Havertz
Europe.
goes on to score in 14 games out of 16 for us, right? The next season, we see him bulk up. Why is he bulking up? Because he's realized, yes, last season I was doing this. All I'm saying is, like, I know Gyökeres will come good as a striker, but we can't change the Arsenal style right now overnight to suit just a bagsman. Because the truth is, if we do that, it's going to become a difficult thing for us.
I think it's
I just feel like
it's good to have all three different options, though, man. You need that. You can't have three of the same thing. Like you've got Jesus who's more of a link man, who's more gonna link it, make them attack more fluid. And like Lee said, you got Havertz who's like a little bit of a balance. Like he can do the hold up thing. He's a bit more like stronger with it, like that way. And he can play as well. Do you get? Because he's a midfielder. And then you've got Gyökeres, who's just an out and out goal scorer. So, like I said, it's good to have all three because in games where the games are stretched, you can look at your bench and think, Gyökeres, this game is going to suit you. Or, you know what, Havertz, this game is going to suit you more from the start, and then we can bring on Jesus. Or do you get what I'm saying to you? So it's good to have three different options and three different types of strikers. Do you get what I'm saying?
Because there's certain games that will play where you just realize, you know what, this team is going to play a high line. Gyökeres will thrive. He doesn't need to play with his back to the goal. You just need to play the ball into him. If it's just because once he puts his laces through it, it's going in the net because he's good at that, right? Again, there's so many positives to having different types of profiles. But today's game, let's go back to today's game, please. Today's game was real football. I enjoyed no VAR. I enjoyed how the ref let the game go. I enjoyed all the tackles where the ref was like, I don't see you. Let the ref the match. I don't care. Play on. I'm telling you, like, I didn't even know what happened to the defender for Crystal Palace. That he just started bleeding. Oh. Like all of a sudden, I don't. And I'm just like, but you know what the good thing is? Imagine there was VAR. That would just today would have just been. There were so many things that I saw, and I was like, this is the old school football that I enjoyed, where referees were just allowed to ref the game, and you take the decisions for what it is. You take it for what it is. Whether a goal was offside or onside, or they touched the hand before it went in, this was real good football. Today, I thought Crystal Palace in the second half, if I say this, it's going to sound like maybe I'm being distant, but it is what I believe. In the second half, they deserved that draw. They played well enough to get that draw.
For me, it was a brilliant game. When I saw the lineup, I was happy that a lot of people got rested. This is what I'm saying, because the one thing that Arteta normally doesn't do is rest his players, and he runs them right into the ground. No matter who they are, he just runs them into the ground. I didn't see Saka start. I didn't see Declan Rice start. I didn't see Zubimendi start, is what I'm saying. It was glad to see Jesus back and start his first game in over a year. Do you know how nice that was? Yeah? And in turn, we played such good football, bro. You get me?
No, but don't you think, the only thing I had wrong with, I don't think he should have took off Jesus and bring on Rice. I felt like the game weren't like where Palace were just onto us. I feel like it was kind of even. I felt like that just invited more pressure onto us.
But that might not be a tactic. That might be a resting. That might be a resting for Jesus, because again, he just came back from an ACL.
Wait, hold on. Firstly, he can't rest, because what's the point resting for 2 minutes? He came off.
No, because when you're 1-1 and the game's coming to an end, bring in your best penalty takers as well. Jesus just came back with an injury. You take him out, bring in Declan Rice. Right. If you know you're going to go into penalties, you want the best guy.
Dale. We can only respond to what you say. You said resting. It can't be resting if it's the 89th minute. It went straight to penalty, so that's incorrect. Secondly, when you look at the substitutes, there's a big problem with Arteta. And listen, he does some many very good things. He does some things that we need to talk about. This is the second or third time where he's tried to lock off a game by bringing off a defender instead of bringing on an attacker. If you look at the situation at Sunderland, he did the same thing. He brought on a defender. He should have brought on a striker. He could have brought on Wanyeri. He could have brought on Eze, I believe, at the time. I think Eze was on. I think he could have brought on even Norgard. You're bringing on defenders to try and hold out, and these teams, they're not going to just sit back. They're gonna the ball's going to bounce some way or somehow for them, innit? And I do think when you look at certain players in the team, I look at the management. I just feel like he needs to do a bit more with the sub. Sorry, but today's an outlet, bro.
But you got to look at. Hold on. You got to look. Sorry. You got to look at today's substitution, right? And ask yourself. You're saying you need an outlet. Do you think that if you brought Ethan and Wanyeri in for the last 2 minutes, he's going to perform some magic, dribble 7 people and score? No. Hold on. Let me finish. Probably that he has the capacity to do that, but probability that it will happen is lower in like immediately. Like we know
No, you're wrong.
Yeah.
The probability by
Let me just finish what I want.
But you're saying things are incorrect. Look at the stats. Look, your point. I'm going to debunk your point though. There's no point.
Finish my thought process.
There's no point. I'm going to debunk your point. You're going to tell me. Look at the stats. The stats and the figures are going to tell you that he's making the wrong decisions because he's bringing on defenders and trying to lock off games where it's
Declan Rice is not a defender though.
Because we are conceding goals in the last minute. I think we've conceded 10 goals, I believe, in the last 80 minutes. So bringing on defenders doesn't make a difference to us not conceding.
Again, I'm talking about this particular game. Gooner Lee, hear what I'm saying. I'm saying, let me listen to my reasoning though. But if you don't listen,
your reason don't make sense.
You're responding based on. I am talking about the fact that in this game it was going to go straight to penalty.
No one needs to talk about this game.
Let me finish about it. I'm talking about today's game. I'm not talking about Mikel Arteta's career and all his changes that he's made in his lifetime. We're talking about the game that happened today.
Yeah, I'm talking about this
Palace. We're talking about the game today first. This is not about the season. I'm saying when you know a game is going to go into penalties as a manager, right? Yes, maybe Gabriel Jesus is good enough to take a penalty, but he just came back from an injury. I will do the same kind of subs there. I will bring in my best penalty takers, knowing fully well that even though we can hold off this game to penalties, I now have enough people to be able to take quality penalties. It's a risk you will take as a manager when you have one.
Let me just stop you there.
So in a game like this,
you're talking about.
But in the league, I agree with you. In the league, I agree with you.
Okay,
bring in a striker if you need goals.
What you're talking about doesn't make sense, right? Let me tell you why. We're talking about the fact that Arteta, over the course of the season, and in this game, he subbed off Jesus in the 89th minute, and he brought on a defender or defensive midfielder, right? So your point,
attacking midfielder. Declan has not been a defensive midfielder.
It was before they scored. So
he brought in Declan Rice for Gabriel Jesus. Is Declan Rice a defensive midfielder?
Wait, Dayo, let him land this point. Let him land this point.
Okay, so what you just said,
Declan Rice a defender.
Look what you just said. Look at the name you just said. A defensive midfielder.
I didn't say that. I said, is he a defensive midfielder this season? Okay, because Norgard was still on the pitch. So what role was Declan?
He's an attacker. So you're saying Declan Rice is an attacker now?
He brought him in to crash the box. What has Declan been playing?
Defensively, I hear a lot of.
Respectfully, Dayo,
you're watching a totally different game.
Yeah, Dayo, respectfully, you don't take off your striker to bring on a defensive-minded, as you were saying, Declan Rice to crash the box. You would leave on Jesus, and then you would take off maybe like who was playing today, Moreno. You would take him off because more legs. We're gonna still go for it, but then we're gonna still have that defensive solidity.
But then you have 2 minutes, and you might go into penalties, and you want your best penalty takers on the pitch.
No, but that's before that, Dayo.
You're not listening.
We're up 1-0.
Dayo, listen, hold on quickly. So if it was 1-1, yeah, and then he decided to bring on Rice, then I would hear you. But we was 1-0 up. So for us, we're looking at it going, why are you then inviting more pressure onto us? Go for the game. The game weren't like it was like Crystal Palace was all over us. It weren't a game where I felt like, oh shit, we need another defensive-minded player on. Do you get what I'm saying?
Arsenal fan base were the funniest fan base, and I'll tell you this. I hear Arsenal fans stay week in, week out. Hold on, I hear Arsenal fans stay week in, week out that if Declan Rice gets injured or in trouble, Declan Rice is not playing, is different in our midfield. Again, they were all over us in the midfield, right? We know that Mikel Merino can do a job up front. You take out a Gabriel Jesus, you're looking at the time. You're like, all right, cool. I have maybe a few minutes at the end of 90 minutes. This is before they scored. I hear you. We have a few minutes at the end of 90 minutes. I can bring in a Declan Rice. Norgard can stay here. Declan can actually help with the midfield. Marino can go forward, and we can try and still do something with Mikel Merino because we've seen him do it this season. So again,
wait, hold on.
The attacking options were still there on the pitch.
Let me just tell you. Let me break down why again. Let me debunk exactly why you're wrong. The first thing was, you can't say that because again, it was the last minute of normal time. You then had 9 minutes of extra time. The manager needs to think about that and have that in his mind. The second thing is, I just said you need to bring a striker on or a forward who can stretch the pitch. Marino can't stretch the pitch because he doesn't have the legs for that. He's played the whole 90 minutes. He doesn't run the channel. So that's another point. Let me debunk that. The third point is you bring on a defensive. You bring on Rice, who is a more inclined defensive player. Let me give you the breakdown of this play, of the history of this player. He started off at centre back. He then went to 6 at West Ham. He then went to 6 at Arsenal. He now plays box to box. So the idea of him being a forward player who can stretch the pitch is not going to work. So you're going to keep saying, "Oh, Arsenal fans are funny, this, that, and the other." It doesn't work because over the course of this season, we have conceded more goals in the last 10 minutes than we normally concede, a la Aston Villa, a la Sunderland. So what you need to do is you need to change, and obviously now in this game, that's 3 games in the last, month and a bit? Ooh, a month? So what you now need to do, you now need to change tack because you're too risk averse. You're too scared to not concede, which you're still conceding. So what you need to do is you need to bring a forward on who can, guess what, run forward with the ball, hold the ball up and create opportunities. And let me give you another example, because we almost scored a goal because we actually had players going forward in Timber, because I don't know if you remember, he had the opportunity to score to make it 2-0 before it went to 1-1. So what you need to do sometimes is you can't keep allowing the defenders to keep defending for 90 minutes because that's very difficult to do. So you're going to keep trying to bring these points. None of your points make sense because we still had 10 minutes to play. And you're expecting the players to have to defend in 2 banks of 4 and do something which is difficult to do. It's easier to get the ball away from your area and defend from the front. If you've got somebody up front who is there, Gyökeres, who can hold the ball up, the best thing he can do is actually hold the
same Gyökeres that we've all been complaining about. But yeah, you know better than the backroom stuff. I'm not going to argue about this. Let's talk about this.
Hey, Manda,
stuff, don't worry.
But bring him on to do the one thing he's good at is hold the ball and run the channels. Ask him to do that, or bring Wanyeri on, who can be a forward attacking midfielder, not a box to box, a forward attacking midfielder who can actually again run the channels, run with the ball, dribbling. Again, you need to know the players' profiles, but I don't think you're thinking about that. You're just thinking, "Oh, the manager did this. If we did this,
no." What I said, because what did I say? Because again, you didn't listen to understand what I said. You just listened to respond to what you wanted to respond to, and it's fair enough. And I've heard you. Listen. I hear you. You're saying bringing an attacking player. I said he brought in a Declan Rice, right, for a Gabriel Jesus, and we've seen Mikel Merino do an attacking role. Yeah, you're talking about stretching the pitch, but there's still attacking options on the pitch. With a Declan Rice on the pitch who can also crash the box. And then the Mikel Merino, who good positioning, drops into midfield. We can choke that midfield and then do the tiki-taka, whatever. Saka was now on the pitch to give us stretch the pitch on the right. We had Trossard again, who we know is clutch when it comes to those type of positions where he can run that left channel and take shots. And they're all technical players. So my point is the attacking that you're asking for is still there, but with a balance of defensive measure, right? Fair enough.
Exactly. The same thing he's been doing for the last 3 to 4 months.
Fair enough. Listen, hey, you can, you know what?
Fair enough. So he brings defenders on, and we still concede.
So my point is,
so it didn't work what he did.
We conceded from a set piece, not from open play. So again, that worked because it nullified all the open play.
We still conceded, Dayo, man. Jesus.
I agree, we conceded, but you made it sound like he put the players on the pitch and then they just cut through it. They cut through the system and scored. No. It was from a set piece, and they did a good job from it. So let's not do this narrative.
There's 2 points. If he brought a defensive player on and the games that stands for,
but he's not a defensive player though. He's a box-to-box. You say he's a defensive player. He's using the defensive side of his attributes to make this point.
If you're saying
Declan Rice is just a defensive player,
okay, fine. He brought on.
I don't get it.
He brought on because you're not listening. You're not thinking about the actual game. You're just thinking.
No, I heard everything you said, and I just don't agree with it. That's it. I just don't agree with it.
Some people here to listen. Some people here to respond. All you do is listen to respond. You don't actually listen to what I'm saying and actually take in the points.
And listen, I just don't agree with it. The points I don't agree with it. I've heard everything you said, and you're right in your own opinion to say bringing an attacking player. I'm saying I hear you, but I don't agree.
Again, you can't listen and talk at the same time. My point is that you can say that you don't agree with it, but sometimes things come to rhyme or reason. Your points don't actually logically make any sense, because if I just debunk your whole theory, there's 3 opportunities of 3 games where he's made an obvious change to make it more defensive, and I can bring you facts where his changes aren't working. And he's shown over the course of his tenure over 6 years. He had his 6-year anniversary the other day. He's shown he's very risk averse, and he doesn't take the opportunity to attack. That's not a problem. But what I'm saying to you is there are times like in Sunderland where it was quite obvious, just stretch the pitch, like against Aston Villa. Okay, fine, you can go potato for that. And today, it's quite obvious. You needed to stretch the pitch. You need to get the ball forward, hoof the ball forward, and let somebody run onto it. But you keep bringing up this whole idea of a box-to-box. That box-to-box didn't help us against Sunderland. It didn't help us against Aston Villa, and it's not helped us today. So all you're going to keep talking about is what happened today. But I'm using facts and previous games this season in the last month to help improve my point.
Can I say one thing?
No, let Brandon just throwed in. Let's see what, because Brandon ain't said nothing in it, and he come in late. So let's see what Brandon's got to say about it, man. How did you think the game, mate? How did you think it went?
Big up, Pete. I actually thought we played really well, especially in that first half. I thought we moved the ball very well. I think that was probably one of the best games that I've seen from Gabriel Martinelli in a long, long time. It's just a shame that he picked up a knock and got injured or whatever, because he was cooking his fullback, absolutely cooking his fullback. I thought Madueke was dangerous as well. Jesus was decent holding up the ball. One player who probably won't get much of a mention, but I think he deserves it, is Norgard. I thought he controlled the midfield really well. Kept it really simple. Did the simple things right. Defensively, we looked solid. It's just one thing, isn't it, boys? It's the same old thing with Arsenal at the moment that keeps letting us down. Finishing. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many chances do we need?
You know what's so mad as well, Brandon? Yeah, you look at it and you go, if Glockerez had Jesus's movement, it's
he's not going to get in them chances.
If Jesus had Glockerez's finishing, it's just a perfect match.
Bro, listen, like coming out in that second half, yeah, Crystal Palace looked at they looked at a different side. They came out. It was a lot better. I messaged Ducatch, didn't I? And I said, look, Odegaard needs to come on the pitch. You know, we lack control, and all of a sudden Odegaard's coming on the pitch. And I'm thinking, it's Marino that needs to come off, not Eze. You know, Eze was making them risky passes. You remember what I was thinking about?
The fact that he took him off still. I feel like he's got to a point where it's like either or, innit? But I feel like
I don't think so. I think we lost control in the midfield. But the thing that Eze was giving us in that game was he was playing that risky pass that we needed. You know, what we spoke about on the previous stream, where nobody really plays the risky pass for Arsenal. So I think you could get away with having Norgard, who was doing the simple things right in midfield, defensively. Was coming back and helping the defence. You get Odegaard in there with the control, and then you got Eze, who's more forward-thinking midfielder, who's going to, play that risky pass in behind and whatever else. I thought, he made the wrong decision in leaving Marino off on personally. That's not what I would have done. Trossard obviously had to come on because Martinelli took a knock to his knee. That's an obvious substitution. The only other thing that I was a little bit critical of is, if ever there's a game for Glockerez or Gyökeres, it's today, because we created abundance of chances, and the only thing that let us down was our finishing. And let's be honest, boys, we did not sign Gyökeres for his first touch. We signed him for the last touch.
But Brandon, Brandon, I feel like he ain't gonna get in them same positions to eat.
Hold on. And this is my thing. If you take off Jesus, and bring on the likes of Glockerez, they are now having to go for the game. They're now going to push up more in the field. This is the time you bring on the likes of Glockerez to just kill the game off. It's not about let's sit back, bring on another, invite more pressure. I was screaming for it. I was saying, bro, bring on Glockerez. They have to push up.
This is the thing.
He's gonna get time in behind, bro.
This is the thing, Catch. We always complain about how we're not set up to work to Gyökeres' strengths. There's a perfect example there. Crystal Palace are 1-0 down. They need a goal. They're going to push on. You bring on Gyökeres, and all of a sudden you're playing to his strengths, because you're playing the balls over the top to him. You're letting him run the channels. You're letting him do all these things. Do you know what I mean?
Brandon, can you remember what I said? That's the type of he needs, bro. Like space. You see when the game opens up.
No, but this is why our problems with why did he bring on Rice instead of like the likes of Gyökeres to actually go and kill the game instead of going. You know what? I just don't want to.
Irony. the irony catches the box that was brought on should have been where Saliba was. If you remember, the free kick was given away from Saliba. He pulls down Devaney, and then obviously you give away the free kick. Not a problem. But if that box was where he was supposed to be, it wouldn't have been Saliba there, and maybe the thing would have been dealt with properly. Or
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Again, nobody's sitting here slandering Arteta. We're saying that in this season, now I also forgot the Wolves game that we conceded in the last minute. I've just done the research. We've conceded 10 goals. 4 of those have been in the last 10 minutes of games. That's 40% of our goals we've conceded in the last 10 minutes. That proves by pure logic that we are bringing on the players in the last 10 minutes of games to try and shore games up, and it's not working because we are conceding more goals or a higher average of goals in the last 10 minutes of games when you want to shore the game up rather than actually scoring goals. Or killing the game off.
Yeah.
So
this is where it comes in.
Hold on, SB, quickly, a little thing. Sorry, bro. And that's where my frustration comes into it. You see, if we conceded and Glockereds was on the pitch and we were making subs and we were actually like trying to kill the game, I wouldn't be mad if we conceded because I'm looking at it going, all right, we tried to kill it, they got to go back. What pisses me off is when how are you trying to defend the lead, but you're always conceding the last minute goal?
But do you know what it is?
That's what's the mad thing.
I get what you man are saying, yeah, but I just know for me, like if I'm playing in midfield, yeah, like on a Saturday, yeah, and we're winning in a cup game and we're up 1-0, bro, I don't want to see, like, me personally, like I wouldn't want to bring people on the pitch that I don't trust with the football. Like, do you get what I'm saying to you? I understand, yes, there's space to run in. Yes, there's space. Wait, hold on. Yes, there's space. Wait, man, let me land. Yes, there's space to run into, but bro, I'm already winning. I don't need to win 2-0. Like, I can win 1-0. So I understand.
Hold on. No, you hold on now because you're missing Gooner Lee's point from the start. We have conceded how many goals from doing the same shit?
Yes, but then that's down to
what are you talking about?
Yeah, but wait, hold on. All right, cool.
So do you know what the average percentage of all teams that
people not being accountable
for all teams this season? Do you know what the average?
No. Don't talking about other teams.
You have to look at it.
Hang on.
You're looking at it for Arsenal, and you're extracting the Arsenal one to make the point.
So you're going to include.
It doesn't work that way. I agree. Conceding in the last 10 minutes.
Look at the logic. It doesn't make any sense. So you're going to hold on.
I haven't got the word.
You're now going to give us stats.
Carry on.
You're going to now give us stats that include Wolves. You're going to give us stats that include Burnley to prove a point about the last 10 minutes.
I haven't said anything about Wolves or Burnley. You have basically just concluded on what I want to say. So since you can read my mind, carry on. Speak my mind.
Okay, no, because that's what you're going to do. You just said.
Hang on.
You just said again. We can only go off the points that the words you said. You just said you're going to talk about this. You're going to give us the stats for the last 10 minutes.
I said, have you considered the stats of all the teams and how many teams have lost the game?
We're not interested in other teams, bro. We're not interested in other teams.
I agree.
Listen, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
It's not even about the Premier League. This is about the Carabao Cup that I'm talking about here.
Yeah, but it flows into the Premier League. The way we changed
the Premier. We can talk about the Premier League on another day. This stream was for the Carabao Cup today.
Can we not agree that since that 8-point season, yeah, we was obliterating teams. Since that season, I'm sure we can all agree that when it comes to Arteta and his substitutions in particular, he is extremely risk adverse. And I'm
not allowed to talk about all the teams and how they scored less than 10 minutes, but you're allowed to talk about since 2023-22 season. You want to bring up
Dale, let me ask you, right? If you're having an argument,
I'm not going to respond.
If you're having an argument with your partner, are you going to start talking about things that happened with someone else's partner? Are you going to start talking about things that happened with your partner
That's a bad analogy because we play in this league, right? We play in the league. We're not an isolated team. It's like Arsenal is not playing against teams to win a trophy that Arsenal made.
Dayo, let me tell you what it doesn't matter. Let me tell you exactly why it doesn't matter. Because no two teams are the same. So you're gonna give me metrics and give me stats and give me goals and all of these things or numbers that are gonna incorporate other teams that don't have the quality, don't have the players that we have. We have spoken about, I'm sure you have, everybody's spoken about Arsenal having one of the best squads in the league this season. So use it. In this moment, or in the moments that we have in the last 5-10 minutes of games, you do not have to be so risk averse to constantly keep putting on. And I think everyone on this panel, near enough, I get even maybe SB's not saying it, he's saying it, but in a different way because he doesn't trust Gyökeres. But you don't have to be so risk averse to allow, you're pushing pressure on yourself. Why do that?
Simple as Arteta is not brave enough with his substitution.
It's almost like going to work. It's almost like going to work and making it hard for yourself to get to work. You can get the train, but you will decide to walk in the rain. Why?
We can only go by the stats that we have this season so far, right? We've played 17 games. Yeah, you say his subs are not working. We've played 17 games. The second highest scoring team in the league. The team that's I'm saying that has considered the least goals in the league right now, with or without what you want to say. Like we can look. That's why I said you want to look at it in isolation and say 40% have been scored in 10 minutes. I get that. Of course, fair enough in the last 3-4 games. But then overall, over all competitions, the balance of what you're saying is this is the same Arsenal, because we're talking about Arsenal only now and Mikel Arteta and his substitutions and whatever it is. Overall, in all competitions, the stats skew better that we're doing better this season. In the Champions League, the stats skew better. In the Carabao Cup, the stats skew better. In the Premier League, the stats say better. So again, yes, every now and then he will get it wrong. Nobody's perfect. I agree with you. I'm not saying that all substitutions that he has made is correct. But to then use the mistakes and label it based on what the team is doing this season, it just, that's what I don't understand. It's almost like saying, again, with the substitution and the defensive measures that you said that do not work, we conceded anyways. We still have conceded the least goals, which means overall, that defensive measure that you said is not working.
I agree, because all these things I think are true, Dayo. I hear you out. All these things I think are true, bro. And people call me overly positive. I hear you out, bro. Don't think I'm coming at you. But my biggest criticism this season has to be Gooner Lee's point. Wolves, Villa, Sunderland. Today, even earlier in the season, there were some games where we were conceding late in the season. This is my only thing I'll say. We do concede a lot of pressure in those late moments, and seeing out games has been the difficulty for us this season. And I think that's one of my biggest criticisms. Not that, and I think being more adventurous in certain games, like Brandon mentioned. I thought today Moreno should have come off, and I wanted to see Eze and Odegaard. I wanted to see how that looked. Odegaard picks up the ball in good spaces. Eze plays good in the 10. I want to see that, and especially in the games like the Carabao Cup, when you have opportunities to play against teams who are going to come on to you, do that. Everton, I thought, was another one at the weekend. We should have seen a little bit more of it. I don't like that it's either or with these guys, because I think the best attacking football, what we all want to see, is going to come when both of them are on the pitch. And when they're not on the pitch, we're going to continue to see games where, yeah, we might get chances, but they just miss, or we create chances few and far between. So that's my only thing. I hear you.
Can I just say one thing, fellas? No.
We won. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Yo, I know I got
you, man. I hear it. Like,
again, I hear you. One second, Gooner Lee, Brandon, I agree with you guys. I agree with you guys on all the substitution stuff. I'm not saying that he's getting everything right. I'm just sorry about this, SB. I'm just saying. Well, I'm saying overall, if you look at the performances overall in 17 games, we've done more good than, like, I agree with you. This can come back to hurt us. So I'm saying statistically, when you're saying, oh yeah, Arteta is this, I'm like, he's made more substitutions in second half of this season at 45 minutes than all previous 5 years. You realize that, right? He's made
Dayo, you've yet to realise
But
we
improvement
couldn't give
doesn't
a
have to be a
flying
dig at the
fuck
manager,
about
though.
stuff.
Exactly, but if you
Following up
again,
certain
that's
things
the point.
doesn't have to be a dig
bro.
at
That's
the
the
manager,
point.
though.
If you don't give a flying fuck about whatever it is that I'm saying, it makes it hard to have a conversation. You're just talking about the
Yeah, but Dayo, all you keep doing is stats.
But then
A
you
bit of
forget
advice,
in
bro.
other games.
Watch
You
football with
forget
your
that in
eyes.
other games.
Yeah, your eyes don't lie to you.
Yeah, because we all have. I wear glasses. Maybe my eyes are lying to me. Maybe that's why
Hey, people, listen.
Right?
Let's.
But the point is though, Dayo, is every time we have the discussion, you always come back to statistics this, statistics that, to make your argument. When in reality, me and Gooner Lee haven't sat here and gone, oh, statistically this and statistically that, because we watch it with our eyes, and we can all see that Arteta's substitutions, are far too negative.
Hey, yo. Hold on. People, please chill. Dayo, respectfully. Dayo,
literally playing good football, and you
Dayo
about minor things. It makes no bloody sense. Carry on.
Hey, listen, let's see what I'm gonna move on to. Obviously, we've got Chelsea in the semis now. Yeah,
Hey, catch. Before you go, Malik, what are you talking about? Talking about top Gooner. SB's an undercover top Gooner, bro. Please concentrate. If you don't, bro, you need to go and have some orange juice, please. I beg you, please. Because if you think that's me, clearly you ain't seen the catch up, bro. And you're not watching. Maybe you're watching one episode, but you're not. Get your notification bell on and watch every episode, my boy. Please concentrate, man.
Hey, yo, people, let's try and get to 100 likes, man. 3 lights off. Get 120. Let's get them lights up, man. Don C, I want to get your opinion on the semi-final, man, because you've been here sitting patiently. What do you reckon?
Big up, Don C.
Big up, Brandon. How you doing, my brother? Yo, to be honest, it's just another game for me. It's just another game, bro. I just want to see what like. If he puts out something very similar today, then I'll be happy, because what I saw was passing and moving, something that I haven't seen in a long time. We kind of owe Chelsea this one, because earlier on, all I saw was Arsenal should have lost that Premier League match. You know what I'm saying? So, to be fair, we're gonna win, because I'm not like everyone on the stream today. I'm not unhappy. I'm happy that we won. I'm happy that we're through to the next round. This is what I'm saying. Let's just see what happens at the end of the season, and then.
I want to win it now.
To be honest.
That's my attitude.
Might as well go and try and win it. But we're here now, isn't it?
You know what it is, though, man. Yeah, it's not about me being unhappy in it. As I said, you have to be picky when you're trying to win and be an elite club. And my granddad, I learned from young, bro. You never accept anything in a loss that you won't accept. Sorry, anything in a win that you wouldn't accept in a loss. You can't accept these things just because we won, and you think the result negates the performance or big decisions.
I'm on that as well.
When it comes down to it, we need Arteta to manage us through games, manage us throughout the season to win these trophies. He hasn't done it over the last 6 years.
Do you know what it is, only you know, I feel like, obviously I understand your point, because I'm on the same thing. Like, I'm not just trying to criticize or like look at the negatives when we're losing. Obviously, man, need to correct them when we're winning. Same way. Do you get what I'm saying? But I do feel like Arteta has a little bit of a PTSD, bro. So man have to understand, like, there's been previous seasons where we were free flowing, and you would see that he would want to go and attack,
and he got us nothing.
And bro, we didn't win nothing in it. And then on the other side, yeah, you've seen that maybe one season. I feel like one season, I think it was 22-23. He kind of got the balance right. Do you get what I'm saying to you? But unfortunately, we didn't win. Last season, I feel like he went too much negative, and we didn't win again. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So I feel like, obviously, his thing now is just like, I need to get it over the line by any means. Like, do you get what I'm saying to you? And you can see in the substitutions that he's making that's man's mentality in it. Like, all right, cool. You know what? I'm gonna take this 1-0. And I'm not I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's right. Wait, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Let me finish what I'm saying.
How many goals?
Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying, bro. Let me finish what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's right But a man have to understand and add context. It's not just black and white. Do you get it? It's not just black and white.
No, but
man
we're
have to
saying
understand context.
we're saying just try the opposite. We've never
but we
seen
tried the
it.
opposite. We didn't win in 22-23. We were blitzing teams. We were blitzing
I'm talking
teams
about
in
this season. We're
22-23.
not talking about 22-23.
No, but that's the point. So we tried this attacking football where Arsenal was dominant all season.
Wait, Dayo, we're not talking about attacking football. Hold on. We're not talking about trying attacking football.
Again, you have to put context to it.
The point is just not conceding pressure on you in crucial moments where they could throw the kitchen sink because all the goals you conceded were headers.
We're not talking about playing different style of football, playing attacking football. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this season, you've done the whole put on a defensive player, put on a defensive-minded player, and we have still conceded. I'm talking about maybe now you look at it and go, I've tried this over 4 or 5 times and I've conceded. Maybe I should try and bring on an attacker so I could try to kill the game now. Do you get what I'm saying? That's my thing.
You have to understand right now, there's no room for error, bro. There's no room for error.
Hold on. You just said there's no room for error. You know why it doesn't make sense? Listen, in 17 games, we've conceded in 3 or 4 of those games where he's brought in a defensive player. But in the other 13, he's not conceded. So statistically for him as a manager is what he's saying. Think about it. You've played 17 games. Every time you're leading the game, you bring in a defensive player. Now you want to hold him to the 4 or 5 games or the 3 or 4 games, away games, whether it's away or even at home, that he conceded in. Even though he's done the exact same thing in games that he won with it in. He's won with it more than he's lost with it so far right now. So as a manager, he's going to keep doing that is what we're saying. Nobody's like, you can't really just judge. That's why I said, I don't understand how you're judging this. You're picking the Sunderland game, you're picking the Chelsea game, you're picking but you've forgotten about the 10 other games where he did the same thing, substituted took out Zubimendi, brought in this guy, and won the game with it.
To be fair, bro.
You want to ignore that for him. So my point is, and then when you say, oh, you keep going to stats, yes, let's just ignore the thing that tells us how good the team is doing. Let's just watch with our eyes alone.
To be fair, I think we're going round and round in circles with this conversation. And reality is, is we probably wouldn't even be having this conversation if our players could finish their dinner today. Do you know what I mean? So I think they have to hold a bit for that. But I was pissed, guys, that Crystal Palace scored. I was so pissed because I was getting ready to come on this stream and sing own goal again, ole, ole. Fuck set piece again, ole, ole. Own goals. That's how we can score now. That's it.
What's the man them saying, though? Do you reckon we go through? What's the vibe? I'm looking at it now. I'm going, bro. Now that we're here, I need this as my first trophy.
We should win this. We should win this, bro. We should win this. Let's just be honest, right? I think we beat Chelsea over 2 legs. I genuinely do. We haven't. Arteta hasn't lost at the Bridge. I think we go to the Bridge and get a draw and probably, beat them at home. Nobody's beaten us at home this season. And then it's just like, who do we face in the final? Newcastle or Man City? Well, I fancy our chances in a one-off game against both. So, and really, let's just be honest about it. Our best chance of winning the league this season is to win this competition because these players need to know what it feels like to win together. And if they can do that in February, that puts us in good stead for May. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at.
What do you think about it, Lee, bro? Chelsea.
Bro, listen, I'm going to say the same thing over and over again. If I want to use stats, there's been 16 opportunities to win trophies and we've won 1. Well, sorry, none since that 16. So I don't believe it. Unfortunately, I don't. I don't think Arsenal are going to win anything until I see it. If I'm going to use, instead of using my eyes, if I'm going to use facts to back up my opinions, that is the damning fact. We've had 16 opportunities to win trophies. We have won none of them. We've faltered in all of them. So that is, unfortunately, the only way for me to judge how I see Arsenal and how I see Arsenal are a fantastic club that don't get over the line. And you can put whoever in, you can put players, you can put injuries, you can put the manager, whoever you want to blame, that is there. That is Arsenal in the last 6 years or 5 years. Sorry. So unfortunately, until I see it, I don't believe it, unfortunately.
What do you say we're going into this semi-final is? I'm looking forward to
Chelsea. The question was if we're going to beat Chelsea.
No. The question is, are we going to win it? And I said no.
Yeah.
You said Chelsea. That's what you said as Catch when you started. You said next game Chelsea. You think?
Yeah, I said, do you think we could beat Chelsea and win it? And then I added,
yeah, that's what I heard. I heard. Do you think we're gonna beat Chelsea?
And I said I don't think we'll win it.
Hey, you two. Hey, what you said?
I use facts. I use the same facts. I use the same facts that you like to depend on, like your life depends on it. I'm using the same facts.
Yeah. I agree with you. Until we win a trophy, right? Then we will prove that we can win a trophy. But if that's the conversation, then we shouldn't be having streams until Arsenal wins a trophy. We can talk about the next game and say, okay, against Chelsea. Because that's all it is.
Hold on. Are you going to let me answer my own question? Are you going to let me answer the question that was directed to me? This is what you do. This is the difference again, but this is the difference between you and I. What you do is you don't do. I do game-based analysis. What that means is I look at a specific game and I look at the facts and I look at the figures and I look at with my eyes and I take it into totality and say, right, this is the player who should have been brought on for this game. This is the player who's made for this game. Just like so do you know what? It's so bad at my brother in the top. Don't see. Sorry, made a great point. You have to take into consideration the game you're playing and who plays the game stake and who plays for specific games. So when you look at this game, Gyökeres, we can probably all agree was probably the better option to start this game. No problem. Jesus had a great game, whatever, and obviously he was unlucky to score. So a game-based analysis, you look at the game in totality and you say, who played well, who should have come on at a certain time, who should have been subbed off at a certain time, because no two games are ever the same. So when you talk about stats day and you like to bring those in, it doesn't matter because that was at a different point of the season. That was at a different point of the season when Arsenal were playing a different type of football, when they were in rhythm, when they had different players, when different players were working differently with other players. We didn't have Odegaard, we had Nwaneri, we had different things that were collaborating to work well for Arsenal. So what you do is you like to then combine the whole season and bring stats for the whole season to prove your point. But I don't work like that.
I give you my stats for the game alone, and I give you my reason for the game alone. But again, you weren't listening.
Let me finish. I like to talk about game by game. So I analyze this game. The right decision of a sub to be made, in my opinion, was to put a forward on. The same way I felt against Sunderland is, yes, I should have thought, I think like we should have bought on a striker. If you ask me the game-based analysis, I thought maybe the Aston Villa game, it would have been right to bring on a defender. Why? Because they have better attackers and the game stake probably called for another defensive midfielder or a defender. So that's how I work. But you just like to conflate everything.
No. I gave you my opinion. I gave you my opinion about the game. And what did I say about the game? What did I say about the game, Gooner Lee? I said, I think the reason why he took out Gabriel Jesus, because you weren't listening. I said he probably took out the attacker because, again, number one, Gabriel Jesus is just back from injury. Yes, we've already played him 90 minutes. You said, oh, but what's he resting him for? I said because he also wanted, looking at the game state, he's like, all right, even if anything bad happens as a manager, I'm one up. I'm going to bring in somebody that at least can go forward and can cover defensively. If at the end of the day, we're able to defend this 1-0, good stuff. If at the end of the day, we need to go into penalties, like eventually it happened, I have some of the better players on the pitch to take the penalties. That could have been a thought process. I gave a second thought process to you, and that's about one game, just this game. I didn't talk about what he did last year or the year before. You started that conversation. When we started, this is exactly what I said, but because you weren't listening to me and you just wanted to, and I heard you, I said, you're right. Maybe if you brought in an attacker, we kill the game. Okay, what if you brought in an attacker and then they scored us again? That could happen. There's no guarantees that he brings in an attacker.
No, but Dayo, and that's the point. Quickly before we wrap up,
there's no guarantees.
Listen, no, but Dayo, if it's like you know when you see Dayo, it's like when your team's playing, right? If you lose a game, but you seen your players try and give it their all, you're not as mad. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you lose that game and you just see everyone kind of strutting about, no one kind of showed up for it, that's when the anger comes, because it's like, bro, what are we doing? We could have done more. We could have tried. If you go and try and win the game, I'm not going to be mad at conceding. But then if you then bring on a defensive player and then make it the whole thing of shoring up the defense, and then you concede, that's when you become mad, because it's like your whole tactic was not to concede.
If we lose, I'll be mad. Anyways, listen, if we lose, no matter how we lose, I'll be upset. let me be honest with you. I'm not going to sit down here and fool you and tell you that, well, if we all played very well, I would be mad if we lost. Simple. It's that simple. My point is, we're talking about the thought process of the manager, right? And I'm saying maybe the reason he decided to bring these guys on, he's already looking at the time, the technical crew are like, in case we go into penalties, let's have these type of players on the pitch. That could have been a conversation. It's something to consider. I'm not saying that I know what they were thinking, but I'm saying I was happy to see the players who took the penalty, because we eventually went to penalties, and every single our first 7 penalty takers were all very technical. We knew that everything, like you could put your hand on your chest.
Come on, Dayo. What are we doing? We're not banking on penalties,
I'm not
bro.
saying you're banking on it. I'm saying
anyone could.
Let me ask you a question. I'm not saying you're banking on it. Listen to what I'm saying. You want your best penalty takers on the pitch just in case it happens to you.
No, but Dayo, you do that after you concede.
Do you realize
you're missing the point? If he done that when we conceded, okay, I hear you. You're trying to bring on your best penalty takers.
I said maybe
he done it before. You can't then say he's looking, bro. How? What? So you're telling me
Gyökeres is also one of our best penalty takers. So if Gyökeres came out,
I agree with you, but I'm saying again the manager's thought process. I'm not saying that Gyökeres is one of our best. I'm saying like he could have looked at it and said, "Let me shore up the game." That was his thought process. Let me bring in players that can go forward and defend. Let me shore up the game with that mentality. Then we concede a goal. Hear me out. As we catch, I get you. Then we concede the goal. So now at this point, it's a case of, okay, at least the people on the pitch, if you can hold up this game and not concede a second goal, these are some of my best penalty takers on the pitch at this point, because he went for a shore up and not an attacking option. He wanted to shore up the game. That is what I'm saying. I'm saying that maybe that's why he took out Gabriel Jesus and brought in, Declan Rice. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that
we're gonna be going round and round in circles. Let's just. I think the man them just need to agree to disagree on this one. Catch, what's the like count looking like, my boy?
114.
114.
Yeah.
What's that? BSB raid. Hey, big up all the man them from BSB, man.
Hey, big up Mods and the man them over there, man. Hope you had a good stream. Hey, Mods, don't let us do two. Don't let us get both of them.
Both of them.
Don't let us get both of them.
Both from.
Hope you had a good stream, my boy.
Hey, listen, just quickly though. Obviously, I know like it's separate from the stream, yeah. Like what changes would you like Arteta to make going forward for Saturday's game? That would you like to see the whole team rotated back in, or would you like it to just selected few? Because like, obviously Jesus has had a good game. Not saying that Gyökeres shouldn't play before men start any agendas. Norgard had a good game. Calafiori played well at centre half. Like, would you like to see Saliba and him stay at centre back? Like, what are the man them thinking?
I think this weekend is a big one because you have the weekend, you have Brighton at home, but you also have Villa again coming up Tuesday. So those are two massive games coming up. I think I'd probably not rotate the guys back in, but I'd make some changes. I'd probably bring Raya back in. I'd probably keep Norgard in, honestly. I think Norgard hasn't played a lot of minutes, and I think he's done well enough to get more minutes today. I think I'd rest Calafiori just to protect his minutes. I'd rest Timber just to protect his minutes. Because I think Nwaneri has to get minutes as well, because he didn't play again today. So I think minutes are in for him. And the last time we played Brighton in this same cup, ironically, he did manage to get a goal. So I think there should be some rotation, but overall,
I'll be so honest, yeah. I don't think there's this season. I don't think there's any light for Ethan. I think he's gone out on loan in January. I don't think he's gonna be getting into especially not a Premier League side.
But you know what's mad, yeah? You see, I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, why is Ethan not playing?" and da 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 da. And I get it, Ethan is a special talent, yeah. But let's have it right. If we had a squad like this last season, we wouldn't have seen my man or Skelly. Do you get? Maybe actually because left back we don't have a left back. But I'm saying to you, I feel like the best thing for Ethan is to go and play week in, week out. That he needs to be playing football with the talent that he's got, his exposure to the first team last season. I feel like he needs to go and play. So him going out on loan ain't oh, man's getting rid of him. I think it's a good thing, man. I feel like
I hear it, but my thing is the same thing happened with Fordham. When Fordham was breaking through in that City team, it was difficult for him to get minutes. He benefited being around the style of play. being around those guys constantly, week in, week out. And that's why we see other youngsters breaking through, playing in this team. For me, I think Nwaneri should get more minutes. He should be playing more, but I can't really
Where would you play? Where would you play him more, centrally or out wide?
I think he should play more centrally, which is my problem with the manager so far. And again, I'm behind Arteta, but my biggest criticism is I would like to see him go Odegaard and Eze at the same time, giving Nwaneri more space and more minutes to rotate in the 10. Because you have a lot of 8s in the team. You already have Moreno who could play 8, Zubimendi who could play 8. You have Odegaard who could drop in and pick up and operate in those same and do the same things. So I think Nwaneri can have a space in here, but it's difficult for me, man. The only way I can see him getting in is on the wing, but again, Madueke also is had brilliant moments this season. Saka is Saka, so where does he get in? I don't know, but essentially, I think he deserves some minutes, to be honest, and that's why I'll play him at the weekend.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not, bro. Honestly, I'm not. I wouldn't risk him in the. I feel like we can't risk it. It's that kind of season. The rate. I don't feel like there's time for us to be like, oh, you know what? You're not getting no minutes. You're one of us. No,
you ain't got time for that, bro.
Yeah, it's that kind of season, mate. If you're not with the program,
he can still perform in those minutes, though.
No, but he ain't even had like a run. Like he ain't even had time to get any minutes. Like, you know, when you come into a team that's already ticking and you ain't played basically the whole season, bro, he's gonna be so off the pace. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like the best thing for me for Ethan is to get a loan and then try and get back into the team when next season. Do you get what I'm saying? Right now, where we're so focused on, all right, we gotta win something. I don't feel like there's time to kind of usher other players in. You see, like even Man United and that. You see where they are now, yeah? Players in their team, you could usher the players like Ethan and that in because there ain't that much pressure. There ain't everyone saying, yo, Arteta, you must win this season. You must. So there's a leeway for you to go, you know what? All right, let me try Heaven. Let me try my man. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, for me, I feel like a low move is the best move for him right now, man. Just to get some minutes.
I wouldn't loan him out. I wouldn't loan him out.
Why?
Because again, you have to look at the track record of what Arsenal's injury track record is. The minute he goes on loan, Odegaard is going to get injured. Eze is going to get a knock.
Yeah, but the thing is, we've had injuries and he still hasn't played. We've had injuries and he still hasn't played. So that's the thing. Like you man are talking like to say that.
We've had injuries, but sorry, Don. We've had injuries, but there's always cover. So Odegaard was injured. We had Eze, right? Most people expect a senior player to get the minutes, over him, and that's a normal thing. But I just feel like, again, managing a young player, giving him minutes here. Last season, he was lucky to get the minutes he got. It was because of injuries. It was because of a lot of
well in those minutes, though. He did really, really well.
No, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he didn't do well. Like I'm just saying, like if those injuries were not there, we don't see him last season. We don't see that special talent. But then, yes, we see how special it is, but there's a nurturing process as well underneath. I'm sure the backroom staff know better. They see him in training daily. He plays with the big, the senior team. He looks happy. He doesn't look like there's no news about him being unhappy. I think fans just want to see a special young kid do something special so we can brag about it because it's good bragging rights for us as Arsenal fans. Ethan dunked on them. Hey, did you see that special goal? Great stuff. But at this stage, Arsenal is 3 points. Win the league, win another trophy, or win something else, it's 3 points. If Ethan is only going to play 17 minutes to win the league for me, that's all I need from him this season. I know he's a special talent. I know he's a good talent. I know he's going to come good. But right now, I'm not ready to be sentimental about, I'm going to risk it and put him on the pitch. And,
we ain't got no time
that's my big, yeah.
We ain't got no time.
He's an amazing player. Like, I think that he can step in there and do a job when we need him to. Because, for example, if Eze is feeling sick, if Eze falls sick and Odegaard gets injured, it can happen. Odegaard can get a knock. Eze falls sick, then I'm happy to throw you in. But till then, I'm not even risking it because I know that these guys that are there, the senior players, are getting the job done. Even when we're playing badly, we're getting the job done.
Before we lock off, this is for everyone on the panel. I think this is a good one. Before literally last question, and then we'll all lock off in it. I'll start with you, Don. Yeah. Who would you loan him to outside of England? Or
he's asking, would you loan him outside of England?
Okay, my bad. Yeah, who would you loan him to?
Yeah. No, I'll loan him to Real Sociedad because Spanish balling. They know how to play the tiki-taka thing. I think he'd be perfect for them. We got a good relationship with them. This is what I'm saying. They're not that team where it's like Real Madrid or Barcelona with that pressure on him. So if he does fail, You know what I'm saying? It's like a mid-table team that a player like that would always thrive.
I hear you. Lee?
Well, I mean, this isn't to say I hate the player, but I'll probably put Madueke in loan and keep Ethan. Bro.
Hey, Lee, bro, Lee, come on, we're trying to
Right,
end, bro.
Lee.
We're trying to get into another dimension.
I'm just trying to keep it. I'm just trying to keep it a buck, bro. I don't understand that why we spent £50 million on the player. I don't think he's crap, but I don't think he's good enough to spend that money on. I think Ethan is way more advantageous in the team. He should be definitely playing way more minutes. I think the way he's been handled, it's not been great in my opinion. He's a kid, but he's not 16 anymore, bro. He's 18. He should be playing games, and he's good enough. He's probably one of the best shooters in the squad.
But Lee, like,
I think he can come. I think he can actually come in and make a.
No, he can, Lee. But think about it, yeah. How many teams do you know, especially teams that are chasing things, yeah, that have 18-year-olds starting for them like consistently? It's not, bro. It's very rarely. Like, bro, you can probably name them like a handful of players, and they're probably like you got like your Miles and them type of players like that are. I
just want to add in though. Might I add? He was getting minutes. He wasn't even getting minutes because the Max Darman was playing. So you can't use that because
but he's not. I don't think he's a winger though. He's not a winger though.
Okay, it doesn't. But it's the point.
Max Darman.
The point still stands.
Wait, what?
Wait.
The point still stands. The point still stands that if you're good enough, if you're seen as good enough in the manager's eyes, you will play. It doesn't matter because you've got Saka, and obviously, okay, Madueke was injured, not a problem. But there were times when Odegaard wasn't obviously fit, and then he wasn't even coming in. Then he hasn't been played. He hasn't been trusted. Now, for me, I understand there's a lot of difference playing in the middle of the park compared to the right. But I'll be real. I trust Madueke. I trust Wanyeri more on the right than Madueke consistently. I'm talking about. I trust the likes of Madueke. Sorry, I trust Wanyeri in the middle of the pitch. I've seen what he can do last season when we saw him, when we were still in the title in January, and he came in and made a difference. And that first game, I believe it was against Leicester, away from home and shooting.
But again, Lee, you're seeing him off the right though, bro. Like he don't like you can see like obviously these men have a plan for him. They want him to be a central player. He wants to be a central player. And you just said you already know playing centrally and playing out wide, bro. You're getting it's two different things, bro. The trust level is mad. Like you can trust players to lose the ball out wide. Pardon?
Dalman's a 10 as well. Dalman is a 10 as well, bro. Dalman,
yeah, he's a 10, but bro, you're not gonna see Dalman play in the 10 for Arsenal now.
Cool. Bro, I'm saying there's been, bro. No one in this panel is going to try gaslight me to tell me there's not been 1 minute where
of course. I'm not saying that.
So he should have had more minutes.
Bro, it's like Cole Palmer, yeah. For example, like man say Cole Palmer's a cold 10, yeah. Where was he playing for City when he was forwarding through the
he was on the right hand side.
On the wing. Do you get what I'm saying? You're not going to be afforded the same opportunities, bro. Like being trusted to play in the center of the park at a team that's chasing titles, it's a different type of thing.
I'm saying between the last game he played and today, he should have played 1 minute. He has not played any minutes, bro. Pretty much no minutes. There's been more than enough ample opportunities for him to come on the pitch and play, and he hasn't. He has shown. And actually, the joke of it is, the absolute joke of it is, I don't necessarily believe it. There are a lot of Arsenal fans. There are a lot of fans that think that Wanyeri is better than Odegaard anyway. I don't necessarily think that, but man, them will go down. So for me, if you're why I say that is if you're looking at the talent and saying that he is culpable because he can dribble with the ball, his passing range is great, and he's a shooter, something that we don't have. If he's got that ability, that is an advantageous in any team. You don't come in at 17 and clap that in the top corner against what he did against Man City and then not play no minutes.
I hear you, but Lee, you also have to understand, like, yeah, you're saying that there's times where you should have had minutes in the last few games. The last few games we played, we ain't been good, bro. Like, so bringing a 18-year-old into a team where there's so much pressure to win, it's not fair on him. Like, he should be coming into the team where we're flourishing, where we're playing well, where we're winning 2-0, 3-0. All right, Ethan, go and play, go and do your stuff. Not coming into pressure, right? Bro, Everton, we weren't good. Like for the whole 90 minutes.
Let me give you the joke.
We weren't good. Chelsea, bro, it's like it's been.
Let me give you the joke of it though. Even when we were playing well and we were scoring goals and all of them things, he wasn't even getting on. Do you know why he played? Because Odegaard broke his shoulder, or hurt his shoulder twice, and he had to come on for him because we had no one else. He was the last resort. He was the last resort, bro. That my point is that the manager isn't treating him in the same fairness or giving him the same opportunities. He has to. There has to be no one else available for him to be trusted.
Yeah, I hear it, but bro, like I understand, like I get what you're saying, Lee. Yeah, but like, bro, I'm telling you, like from a football's perspective, yeah, and just being a young player myself, and like when I was a young player, not now, obviously, but when I was a young player myself, bro, it's not easy, bro. Young players ain't afforded bare minutes. It's hard to get minutes as a young player in the middle of the park. It's not a joke thing, bro. You tell me central midfielders that are attacking like how he is, that play in teams that are challenging for things, you won't be able to name many.
So SB, so okay, because again, I just want to. Are you telling me there's been no 1 minute he couldn't have come on 1 minute?
I'm not saying that, you know.
Okay, so my point still stands. I'm saying he probably could have.
Two things can be right at the same time. I feel like two things can be right at the same time. You get it? I feel like two things can be right at the same time. I agree with you. You can play more minutes. I get it, but man, them have to understand, bro. It's not like just bread and butter. Like, yeah, man.
As I said, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. He's better. He is better than Madueke, bro. He is. It's just plain as day. He's better. He's got a better output of goals. You put Madueke, you put Madueke in the same position that Madueke's got. He's clapping that in.
I hear it, bro. Also, Madueke is an England international, like, bro. Man, have to like.
I don't know, bro. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for England, bro. I feel sorry for you lot. You lot England fans. I feel sorry for you lot.
Hey, listen, we're gonna go into something else. Let's wrap it.
I leave. Let the people them know. Oh shit, sorry.
Hold on. Take off your pants now. Read it now.
Big up Rad 29. SB and Catch, big up yourselves. Fire content. Arsenal should beat Chelsea over 2 legs. You already know. But aren't you guys concerned about Arteta's semi-final records? Tonight proved that Jesus is our best 9. Okay, firstly, semi-final records. Catch, what do you think about that?
Nah, I'm gonna answer the Jesus our best 9 one, bro. Like, come on, let's have it right. If you're talking about best 9, bro, in terms of finding positions, I hear you, but bro, we saw like today he could have had like three goals, like not clear-cut opportunities, but at least if you're clinical, you're bagging at least one of them. At least. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's where it's just fine margins. He gets into the places, into the spaces, he gets the chances, but he just don't finish enough for me. That's my thing with Jesus, man. But what are you saying about the Chelsea over 2 legs and our thing?
I feel like we'll beat Chelsea over 2 legs, man, especially with Caicedo missing for the first one. I feel like that'll be a massive one, especially at the bridge. You know that Caicedo's the driving force of their team, in it. And obviously, I know 2 games aren't always the same. People are going to think, oh, we played without Caicedo for 1 hour and we were the better side. All right, cool. That game didn't materialize in a win for Chelsea. And I don't think Arsenal are ever going to play that bad again at the bridge. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think 2 legs will be calm, man.
Come on.
But big up Rap for the Superman that way. Hey, Don C, my boy, man. Let the people them know where we can find you, man. Hey, someone get some orange chat on C, man. Come on, man. You're not concentrating, man.
Hey, do you know if I've had too much orange juice and Uncle Ray and nephew, if you know what I mean? Family.
Are you not supposed to dilute the orange juice with the Ray, bro?
No. You're supposed to dilute the Ray. That's where
that brings the concentration levels a little bit lower. You get me? Big up Uncle Ray every time.
Hey, people as well, before Don C says anything, don't go anywhere, please. We want to raid someone that we've never raided for before. Yeah, please don't go anywhere, please. Sorry,
if you rate anything, anyone on the panel, please listen to Catch. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah, people's like Conversation TV. Just hit those likes. You know what I'm saying? Put a notification bell, and that will tell you when I'm on next. Because you know it's Christmas time, and you know what it's about. It's about the family. It's about the food. It's about the drink. I might go and stream. I might not. But if you hit those notification bells, you'll know exactly when I go on. But make sure you like and subscribe to the Catch Up peoples. Make sure.
Hey, let's get us to like one. Bro, wait, 300 in the building. Get us to at least 200 likes if you're leaving as well. What we doing here, man?
Hey, let's have some manners, man. Come on, man. People, if you ain't been over here before, our chat's always got manners. It's a proper way community. Do you get me? Hey, pick up Rons, Catch Raz. It's been catch Raz, brother. Still, hey, big up Ryan, man. If your Rums is people, your man's people, innit? Big up Rums every time, man. Big up Rums. Hey, Lee, let the people them know where we can find you, my boy, man.
Bro, listen, I ain't doing no content no more, but you know what? As I say all the time.
Hey, wait, what?
Yeah, what's that?
Man.
What?
I stopped
Hey, this is wait.
Breaking
Hey, this is breaking news.
He's
Yeah,
never
nah,
done
bro, I stopped
content,
doing- I
bro.
stopped doing my own
He's
content
stopped doing
ages
it
ago,
time
bro.
ago,
Hey,
yeah.
Oh, but wait, I'm saying what? When you say you're stopped doing content, what do you mean, like on anyone else's channel?
No. Just for
Okay,
myself.
cool. My
bro,
apologies. My apologies.
Yeah, no, I ain't got time, man. It's just too busy. But yeah, listen, I always say, man, I need everybody to go and smash a like on everyone's that is on the panel. Make sure this guy's crazy. But yeah, listen, man, it's always a pleasure. Listen, man, my guy Dayo, we're gonna have beef again next shows. It is what it is, and as I said, man, it's always.
I don't have no beef with you. You're my brother.
Nah. I'm only.
I know you're messing with me. We have.
Look, he's already trying to argue with him already, bro.
I know you're joking.
But most importantly, listen, as I say all the time, bro, listen, the work that Catch is doing, bro, as I said, I appreciate coming on panels like this, man.
It's not just me, bro. Man need to get this right as well, bro. It's not just listen. It's SB.
I'm not saying.
Like, listen, that's not because
all these thumbnails, everything you see, I literally just message people. That's all I do.
You know what? I was gonna come to that. All I was saying is I was just because I appreciate the fact that Catch, obviously, behind the scenes, there's times where I've not even been able to. You get me? So that's why I'm like, you know what? As I said, I appreciate when you ask, man, innit? Because you get me. I appreciate that the time and the opportunity, and obviously to meet new panelists in that. It's nice, man. It's good. So listen, most importantly, everyone needs to make sure they have a good Christmas, man. Man, it's been a long year for everyone, and some man ain't made it, some gal ain't made it. So yeah, we're here for another one, man. We've got to celebrate and get lit, man. That's what we got to do.
That way, big up Lee, man. Every single time, my boy. Dayo, let the people them know where we can find you, my boy.
Just Gunner Edge. I don't do live streams, but I try to make videos every now and then. Haven't been consistent. Was consistent for a little bit, then dropped off. But yeah, I'm gonna start making more videos next year. Just after every game, make a video, talk about what I think. Why we lost, why we won, and at the end of the season, make a video when we win the league. Hear what I said? I said when we win the league. I didn't say if.
Dayo.
Expect that video. And when we get to the Champions League final, I'll make my prediction.
Come on, man. Big up there, man. That way, man. Hey, Gunner Street, let the people them know where we can find you, man.
Gunner Street on YouTube, people. I drop player analysis, player breakdowns, team analysis, reactions, live streams. I got it all. Check out my channel, show some love, show some support on the road to 2K subs. Go over there, show some love. People with a like, subscribe. Means the world. Appreciate you guys for the opportunity one more time, bro. Big up.
Come on, man. Big up Gunner Street, man. Every time.
Love for you, man, that showed up, car. I know it's Christmas time and people got families and that. So, honestly, appreciate you all. Big up Monts and everyone over there from Big Six Bants for the raid as well. Big up my man for the super chats. Big up all the mods in the chat, man. It's good fucking.
Big up everyone else who was on the panel as well, by the way.
Yeah. Everyone that's on the panel and everyone have a good Christmas.
No. We gotta say Bun Months, I ain't gonna lie. But and you know what, Bun Months as well. These men are proper Arsenal haters, If you see how these men are Arsenal, bro. No, but listen, I don't care, bro. Bun these man are my bros, but bun them, man, all the way. 100%.
Hey, Denz is man of the match today as well.
Hey, big up Denz, man. Every single time, man. Hey, people, listen. Go on.
You go.
I was just gonna say, people, listen. Make sure you already see. Look, this is why you're the skipper. Hyper already knows what we're gonna say, man. Hey, put that up there, man. Hey, big up Oranges in the chat. Listen, this is how whoever we're raiding. This is what I want to see. I want to see. Hey, look, it's Christmas time. Everyone's seen Home Alone. This is our calling card. When we raid people, everyone needs to see orange.
A little card. Bro. You know how they turn on the chat and that. We just leave a little orange on the side.
We just see orange juice in the chat, man. This is what we want to see. So we're gonna send you over to Chinks. Big up Chinks.
Funny. Listen, if you wanna laugh, go over there, man. Them lot are too funny.
Good and people as well, man.
When you're leaving, smash that Ross Clark like on the way out and have a good Christmas, you
Hey,
filthy
Merry
raw
Christmas, man.
animals. Yeah, all of you. Yeah.
That way, man. That way, love.